Hello, my name is Haley Tibbs, and I will be answering your questions today. Alright, so if you guys don't know, I have an album coming out very soon, and I'm super excited about it because I have been working on this for what it seems to be my entire life, but it's just been a really long journey and like a long time, and I'm very excited to finally give you something that's mine, that's 100% mine. I know I've been putting out a lot of music this year, and it's been really fun, and I've learned a lot, but I think that this is like mine. It's 100% mine, it's my music, it's my style, it's everything, and all the stories are mine. So, yeah, I just wanted you guys to get to know me a little bit more because I know that I relate to artists, and I like artists a little bit more when I know who they are as people. So, without further ado, here are your questions. What inspired you to learn to play guitar? Well, if you guys don't know, I grew up performing in musicals and plays and in all those live shows that have been scripted and have been performed thousands of times before. And it's not that I didn't like it. I loved it. I love performing musicals. I loved the rush. I loved the intensity of auditioning and seeing what role I was going to get. I loved it. I really still love it, and I still will cherish it for the rest of my life. But it got to a point where people started telling me like, oh, you're too crazy. Oh, like, you need to calm down. Oh, you need to like give other people a shot. And I was like, what? Like, I'm doing this because it's something that I want to do and because I think that I'm really good at it. I could be doing something else and just, not doing this, and it was just super hard for me to hear that I was just too much and too intense for theater. Like, what? Name something that's less intense than, okay, name something that, I don't know, I think everybody in theater is insane, and like everybody in the performance industry is insane, and like I was like, okay. So I decided that also, like, performing and doing all this stuff, I did think to myself like, oh, I kind of want to learn how to perform on my own. I want to sing this song 100% mine on stage. I don't want to be part of a show. I want my songs to be told. I want people to say Haley Tibbs. I don't want people to say whatever role I'm playing. So I picked up a guitar and started learning, and that kind of rolls into the next question, was how did you learn how to play guitar? And honestly, I bought a guitar for like a penny off eBay and brought it home and got a book and learned every single day one summer. And also YouTube helped me a lot. YouTube is definitely up there on how I learned how to play guitar. And the first song that I learned was Bubbly by Colby Calais, and I performed it at my talent show. And then I started writing my own music. And it was actually inspired by like people telling me that I was so crazy for anything. So I was like, well, I guess so. So I performed my own music and I started writing my own songs, and it was a really good way for me to learn how to express myself and tell people what I'm feeling, because I wasn't always really good at expressing myself and like telling people my emotions, but I was really good at it through songs, and I was really good at it on stage because, and also maybe I was just better at telling a bunch of people something rather than one person. So if I'm writing a song to a person, I'm writing a song that comes inside me. I just do really well doing it on stage because I've always felt more at home on stage. I felt like this is where I should be, and yeah, learning to play on my own and learning how to express myself through music just made it so much better, and I'm so happy that I picked up a guitar. I'm so happy. Since you have traveled all over the world, what is your favorite place? Well, Well, if you guys don't know, I've been to 29 countries in my life, and I absolutely love to travel, and I love experiencing new things. And the reason that I travel also, I know a lot of people travel to like go to fancy resorts, they go eat fancy food, they go see the sights, they go to museums, and I think that stuff is important, and I do that stuff, but I think that the most important thing to do when you travel is to meet people from that place. I have been to so many places, but still I think that the people that I've met and the people that I've learned from are the most inspirational and like amazing stories that I have. So that goes into my favorite travel story. So I got to Europe. Me and my friend were traveling Europe like for 2 months after graduation because we were like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life, and also I would have done it even if I knew what I was doing. So I was getting to Amsterdam 2 days early than my friend, and like, first of all, I don't know how that happened. Like, I don't know how we buy tickets like 2 days apart, but I was like, okay. So I was really kind of nervous. I was like, oh shoot, like I'm like 22, like I'm nervous, I'm by myself, like I've never traveled by myself, like, but my friend was like, no, it's fine, like, my friend lives there, and you can sign up for this couch surfing app, so you can just like meet some locals, and you could just like stay with them for the night. And I thought, that's a great idea. Like, I would love to just stay in some random guy's house for the night. And honestly, I did. I thought, yeah, that's a great idea. Plus, her friend lived there, so I guess he was going to, like, introduce me to the place first. And I said, okay. So I met this guy online, and he was just normal. I mean, I did meet some weirdos who were like, yeah, come, like, 14 miles out of Amsterdam and, like, stay in my house. And, like, I was like, no. Like, or, like, this one guy who was like, I don't know. But, yeah, you meet some weird people. But this was the first guy, and he was nice. He didn't say anything weird. Like, he had really good reviews. Like, and he just said, yeah, you can stay at my place. Like, I do this a lot, and I just want you to have a good time in Amsterdam. I just want you to watch the Euro Cup with me. And I was like, okay, I can do that. And so I went there. First of all, I got there late, so I never got to meet my friend's friend. So I was like, well, we're jumping right into the fire on this one. So I met this guy on the street. He was selling umbrellas at some like event. There was like a big event that night, or that day. And he was super excited. His friend was there with him, so it was him and his friend and me. And he was like, yeah, like, I just had to finish this. And his friend was so excited. He was like, wow, I've like never met an American before. Like, I was super excited. I was like, have you been here before? And I was like, I was here once when I was little, but like, you know, I'm just excited to be back. And he was just really nice. So we went up to his room, and it was like, honestly, like a frat house, but it was Dutch guys, so it was a little, you know, not like a frat house, but they were all really nice. They were all speaking Dutch. They were all trying to speak English, and it was just like, they were all really nice. No one seemed really mean. And then he's like, I was like super tired, but they were like, oh, do you want to go outside? And I was like, ugh. I was like, yeah. So we went downstairs, and like, I don't know what happened within these 20 minutes, but the whole street shut down. There were like live performers. There was beer everywhere. There were these like soccer balls everywhere. It was like the Euro Cup party of the night, or of the, I don't even know, but it was super fun. And like, this guy knew everybody, so I think he was like the it guy of Amsterdam. And yeah, he just showed us around. We drank, we got some food, we hung out with people, we met some performers, like, we went all over Amsterdam, and I didn't once feel unsafe. And I think that's probably one of the reasons that I feel like this was so much fun, because I didn't feel like they were going to do anything bad to me. They weren't going to like kill me in an alleyway, when it was like, I don't know, like 10 guys and me. So like, they could have, but like, I don't know, I just got a really good vibe from them. And I would just like to say, Dutch people, A+. A+. And then I went back to their house and just slept. And I got up the next morning, and I was supposed to meet my friend. Went to this coffee shop, and these guys, I lost my friend. She ran away, and I didn't find her. I was like, I can't chase you for like the next hour. So these guys came up to me at the coffee shop. We were just hanging out. We were talking. He was like, "Oh yeah, where are you from?" Like, meh, 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 meh. And after a while, they're like, like I feel like you're not gonna find your friend, because I kept trying to text her, like use the Wi-Fi and all that. And they're like, we have boats and we are gonna go race them on the waters tonight if you want to come. And I was like, okay. Because I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna say yes to everything. And like, it was kind of like, oh man, like I'm by myself. But I don't know, Dutch people already gave me a really good representation. So I thought, oh, it's gonna be fine. And it was fine. It was great. It was fun. It was, we just went around and raced stuff on the waters. And I'm just saying that it was definitely something that I would do again. Sorry for this chair. Do you have any party songs on your album? Well, what's a party song, really? What's a party song? Like, do I have any rap songs on my album? No. Do I have any, like, classic, like, something? No. But do I have songs that could be considered party songs and that I dance to and that I think would be good at the club? Yes. But, I'm also a very, you'll see. But yeah, they're definitely all one genre. They're all very similar. They're all, you'll see. How old are you? I am 25 years old. And my birthday's coming up, so you guys should buy my album for my birthday. Are you Pringle and ready to single? And I got a lot of these, like, you have a boyfriend, like, me and my 27 boyfriends. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't have a boyfriend or anything like that. But, I'm not, like, against that, because I don't think we should ever be like, oh my god, guys are horrible. Because they're not. They're not all horrible. And, yeah. What is your number one motivation? My number one motivation, honestly, is myself. Like, I've never really had someone who, like, pushed me and was like, Haley, you can do it. Haley, get on that stage. Haley, find that gig. Haley, go over there, go over there, go over there. Like, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Audition. And I've never really had someone like that. I've always kind of had that in my soul. Like, it was something that I've always wanted to do. And if you haven't figured this out yet in your life, no one is going to want you to succeed more than you want to succeed. I've just always thought, yeah, someone one day is going to come save me. Someone one day is going to put me on their back and, like, show me the way, and, like, I'm going to become a musician because of this person. Like, no. No one is going to save you. No one is going to randomly just show up at your doorstep and be like, I'm here to give you what you want. No. I'm my number one motivation because I want this. I want to do this, and it's always been something that I saw myself doing. And if that's not motivation enough, then it's too bad for you. What's your favorite gig that you've ever done? Well, my favorite gig that I've ever done was my first gig, or one of my first gigs in Nashville. So I somehow finessed my way into headlining this concert. Not a huge concert. It was like a concert for a bunch of, like, local musicians, which I guess local musicians are pretty big because it's in Nashville. But, like, it wasn't huge, but it wasn't small. And I was the one who was supposed to be introducing everybody and telling them, like, oh, get ready for this person, And I brought my guitar and I started singing outside. And, like, actually, when I sang outside, some guy asked me to be on, like, the show Nashville. And that's, like, a whole nother thing. But I ended up also bringing my guitar in and perform, like, asking, oh, like, can I perform? And they're like, yeah, you can play a few songs. And I was like, all right. So that was the first time that I performed my own songs in front of an audience. And that was the first time that people sang along to me. My, covers. They didn't know my songs, but that was the first time when I thought to myself, like, wow, this is it. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And man, that's why it's my favorite gig. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? This is a hard question because what do you like 5? Okay, well, I'm going to say in general. In 5 years, I have a lot of goals for myself, and I have a lot of things that I want to accomplish by the time I'm 30, which is 5 years. And I think that's a really defining moment, or defining age, I think, is 30, because that's how, I don't know. But I definitely want to be doing what I love, and I definitely want to be more satisfied with myself. Because I know that I am never satisfied with myself. I'm never satisfied with what I do. I'm never happy with something, like, ever. Like, it doesn't matter if I just won, like, a few $1 million. It doesn't matter if I just made, like, the best album in the world. It doesn't matter if I just got on the radio. Like, I'm still gonna be like, oh, man, like, I could have done something else. Like, oh. And I think we're our worst critic. And I think we just need to learn that, like, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. And I need to stop worrying. I need to stop thinking that there's something better out there, and that I think that I can be better. You need to be more satisfied with yourself. But yeah, I think in 5 years, I want to be 100%, maybe not 100, but like, I want to be very, very satisfied with myself. I want to be light years farther than I am right now, and I just know how I want to be. I know how I want to turn out, and I just want to look back and be like, wow, your future self is thanking you. Because I know I thank my younger self a lot. I thank her for not doing stupid stuff. I thank her for being a psychopath. I thank her for studying and doing and trying really hard and like doing these shows and like being nice to people, and like even the bad things that happen, I'm still happy for them. And I just think that I want to have like so much more experience, and like in 5 years I want to be a lot more wise, and I just want to be satisfied and happy with myself. What's the favorite audition you've ever done? My favorite audition I've ever done is The Bachelor. If you guys don't know, I've auditioned for The Bachelor a few times, and I'm like the total Bachelor type. Because, I'm just kidding. But no, I know, like, it was just like super fun because all the girls there were just out of control. Like, they were just like feeding us drinks. Everyone was like really basic, and everyone was just like super nice. Like, you would expect like all those Bachelor girls to be like, so yeah, like, I need to have this like purse, and I need to go home and like hang out and like do this much, and yeah, I need to like get my nails done, and like nah. But like, no, none of them were like that. At least not the ones that I talked to. They were all like super nice, and I was like, wow. Like, maybe those girls just don't exist. I don't know, but like, they were all very nice, and like, it was just fun because everyone was just crazy and like out of control. When did you start making music? I started making music, like writing music, in high school, probably when I was 16, and I wrote my first song when I was like 17, 16, 17, and then I started like recording my own music when I was, like 19, and I think every time I've ever recorded music has been like a super defining moment in my life. I think the first time was in Nashville, and that was just already defining. I think the second time was when, like, whenever I go through something really hard, I am able to write, and I'm able to express myself, because I think I said before, I wasn't never really good at expressing myself to people, but I'm really good at writing songs. And have I ever written a song for someone and given it to them? No. But have I ever written a song about someone and performed it? Yes. And yeah, I'll probably talk about that soon. but it was one of the songs on my album, actually. I've written about somebody, and probably somebody who will listen to this, so maybe it's about you. What else do you do besides music? Sleep, eat, and that's it. No, I'm just kidding. I like to write. I mean, I guess that's pretty musical. I write a lot of stories. I write a lot of travel stories. I like to travel, obviously. I've traveled all over the place. I like to hike. I like to go to the lake. Obviously I like to go to the beach, but I don't live by the beach. I like to hang out with my friends. I think that's probably my favorite thing. I think I have pretty good friends, and I think I wouldn't be who I am today without them. So if you were ever someone who, was there for me or did something nice for me, thank you, because that was, very nice of you. And yeah, so that's what I do for fun. Is there any life choice that you would have changed? I don't think that any of my life choices have been really bad. I think I'm a pretty good person. I think I'm pretty, straight edge. I don't know exactly what that means, but I think I'm a pretty good person. But I think the only thing that I would have changed was to either stay in Nashville when I went there or leave immediately after college. I just had a lot of trouble and stuff after college, so I just didn't end up leaving. But I don't think that my life would be a lot different anywhere else. So yeah, that's something that I think about sometimes, but it's definitely not something that I'm like, oh man, I should have done that, because I'm making an album and that's literally all I want to do. So I'm able to do it here. I'm able to do it anywhere. How did you get into modeling? Wow, thanks. I got into modeling very soon in college because, honestly, I was a stalker. I'm a stalker. I'm a stalker, and that's how I get what I want. And not a bad stalker, but finding things and because I don't really have anybody in this industry who's ever helped me. I've kind of always learned stuff on my own and found out how to put music on Spotify, how to find modeling gigs, how to do any of that stuff was kind of all on my own, on the internet and stuff like that. So yeah, I found out how to do it all alone. And also, I think the main reason that I stayed in modeling, because I wouldn't say that I'm really passionate about modeling. I think it's something that anyone can do. Not anyone, but I think it's something that, I don't know. I don't really think it's something that I want to define myself as. So, I started doing it because I wanted a really nice cover for my first EP way back in the day. And I got it, and that's how I started, and I just ended up really liking it. I ended up doing a lot of runway, and it was kind of performing, and it was just an easier, non-intense version of it. So I think I just stayed in it because I was like, oh, I like this, and I like taking cool pictures, and I if I ever have kids, I'm gonna be able to show them, your mom wasn't always ugly, so look at that. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so that's why I stayed into it. What products do you use in your hair? I don't use anything in my hair. This is water. So yeah, I use water in my hair, and that's it, because products are not my friend. I don't want to put stuff in my hair. Maybe one day I'll find a good product. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know, but I've never found a product that helps my hair. What's your favorite song that you've written? My favorite song that I've ever written is probably Go Up. I think it's the most inspirational song and the most song that I've ever thought that I'm wow, that's really cool. But I think the songs that I've written to people have also been my most inspiration. I think the ones that I wrote in high school, I wrote a song called F for Forever, because this is forever, and it was really good put together. I spelled out things in the lines and put all these random messages in it, and also, yeah, those are my two favorite songs. What is the, why did you go to school for engineering? I would just go for engineering because I like to build stuff. I like to build stuff and I like to know how things work. I've just always been like that. I've always been a very imaginative, but also wanting to know how things work. And I think that's how music and engineering go together. I think you need an imagination, but you also need to have a little bit of a brain. And I like building stuff. I like to make my own products. I like to see how I can make the world better for somebody else. I don't always like doing math problems because, am I the smartest person in engineering? No. Did I know people who had 4.0s and I was blown away? Yes. But, you know, I like to build stuff. Other people can get straight A's. That's it for me. What is one of the first songs that you've ever written? I don't know if I answered this already, but like, I'm gonna just talk about one of the songs on my album. So one of the first songs that I've ever written was like, that's actually produced and stuff, not just like, I mean, I wrote some songs for graduation and like the song on my album, my song that I performed at the talent show and all that when I was in high school, but the first song that I've ever really written for somebody and that I performed with, it was my #1 hit in Nashville, and it was called Who Are You? It's on this album. It's a little bit different on the album than when I do it live, but it's about a guy that I kind of dated. I don't know. Dating nowadays is a weird thing, so, but yeah, I just remember getting so mad at him for something. I was just like, I'm so mad. Like, I was just like, I am so upset right now. And I wrote him exactly what he did wrong, because that's another thing about me. If you have ever like been with me or like anything, or even like not even that, like if you're ever my friend and you do something wrong, but like, or my family or anything, like I will tell you exactly what you did. I will write down exactly what you did, exactly what you need to fix it, and exactly how I feel. And I don't really have ever had someone do that for me. I think that's just something that I didn't like really ever have, and I just wanted to tell someone exactly what they did wrong. Like, this is why you're wrong, this is what you can fix it, this is how you make me feel. And I wrote him this long note being like, this is what you did wrong, this is why I'm mad, and I sent it to him. And I also was like, I'm so done. Like, I don't have time for this anymore. Like, I don't want to do this. And I was like, who do you think you are to like do this? Who do you think you are? And like, I remember I was writing this song and it was pretty much done, but then I was performing at Opry Mills Mall, and I was sitting outside because I was there early, and this guy came up to me, and I was like writing this song. I was like, I hate you, like, no, like really, really mad. And I don't remember being that mad. And he comes up to me and he's like, oh, I hope you do really good. And I'm like crying, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm sorry. But it was my #1 hit in Nashville, so thanks, dude. I'm just kidding. I don't hate this dude. He's very nice. And then last one, I don't know if I was going to answer, like, what's your best relationship advice? Since I'm a relationship expert, I would say, don't sell yourself short. I know I never really ever was crazy about dating because I did not sell myself short. I was like, I'm the best, and like, I'm not gonna deal with you unless you're also the best. And I think I see a lot of people nowadays. I don't, obviously I've not always done that. I've always made mistakes and like dated people that I shouldn't have, but I think that you should always put yourself first also, because I don't always do that. I do put the other person first a lot. And I think put yourself first, don't sell yourself short, and put your best foot forward in a relationship. Don't be like, oh, I'm like just gonna make them like chase me, or I'm gonna make them, or also tell them if they did something wrong. Like if I did something wrong, tell me, and if you did something wrong, I will tell you. I'm not gonna try to figure it out, okay? Like, if you did something wrong, I will write you like a book telling you what you did wrong. But anyways, that's it. I will explain all the songs on my album soon, and I hope this was, you know, a little bit of a insight on my life. I hope I didn't ramble too much, and yeah, so thanks for listening. Hopefully you guys like my album, and yeah, have a wonderful day.